Hey guys, it's Austin again, and this is my audience. And I'll be talking about Lou Gehrig. His full name was Ludwig Henrik Gehrig, and he was born on June 19, 1903, at Manhattan, New York City. He was one of the four children of German immigrants, but he was the only one to survive during infancy. His his father, Henrik, was a sheet metal worker, but he was always drunk and he couldn't keep himself sober. So that made him unemployed due to alcoholism. His mother, Christina, was a maid for the wealthy New Yorkers, and she did everything for them, and she also did everything for her son. She was like every other mother, trying to give her son a better life by working hard, pushing her son to get a better education, and supporting her son's athletic pursuits by playing football and baseball. During his high school years, he played for his high school team, and one of his games they traveled all the way to Chicago and played at the Wrigley Field, but back then it was called the Cub Park. During that game, he gathered his first national attention by hitting a grand slam completely out of the major league park and secure his win for his first team. After that game, the New York Yankees was fascinated about his skills, but I'll get to that later. After he graduated high school, After he graduated high school, Liu attended a university called Columbia University, where he studied engineering and played fullback on the football team. He also played baseball as a pitcher. During his college years, he earned a nickname called Columbia Lou from his fans. Also, after like a couple years of playing for Columbia University, the New York Yankees decided to offer his first professional contract, which included a 1,500 signing bonus. That's pretty impressive for a young age. After he signed his first contract with the Yankees, he made his debut season at the age of 19 on June 15th, 1923. But he only played for like 23 games and only had limited time playing time because he was unexperienced and wasn't up to that par level of professionalism just yet. He played for the Yankees first baseman and only played for the Yankees 17 seasons. For those 17 seasons, he had a lot of Major League Baseball records, such as most consecutive seasons with 120 plus RBIs, most runs batted in by a first baseman, most runs scored by a first baseman, highest on base percentage by a first baseman, most walks by a first baseman, highest slugging percentage by a first baseman, and most extra base hits by a first baseman. He also received a lot of awards and honors by receiving American League All-Star 7 times, American League MVP 2 times, and named the starting first baseman on the Major League Baseball All-Century team. And he was also inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame with 6 World Series championship. That's pretty impressive. But during his career time, he suffered a suffered a lot of pain. So he went to a Mayo Clinic where the doctors informed him that he was suffering from ALS, which known as amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. It's a disease that strips nerve cells off of their ability to interact with the body's muscles. It causes the individual who has it to lose their strength and the ability to move their arms, legs, and body. That would be painful for a baseball player because that's all the body works to help him play. After hearing his diagnosis, he decided to put up his bats and gloves up for retirement. That's pretty that's pretty sad for a baseball player who loves the game of baseball. He went after he retired, a couple of weeks after, he went back to the Yankee Stadium so that the team could hold his honor to that day, so he could welcome all his fans, his teams, his coaches, and all the organization for the Yankees. He also stood there and gave a speech. His speech was one of the most iconic speeches in the sports world to this day. It was just more than words, it was something that everyone marveled because he knew his death was near and was very upbeat and optimistic about it. Yeah, that the thing about his speech is that everyone in the stands had no idea what he was going to give the speech about his unfortunate disease and his expected retirement. Soon after his speech, he went home and did his thing. Cried in his home because he left his sports. His love is his that's his love. Soon after, a couple years later, on June 2nd, 1941, he passed away in his sleep at his home in New York City. After his death uh, on ALS, they renamed it to Lou Gehrig's disease. Also, he will go down to one of the best baseball player ever, even with a shortened career. People with ALS will look up to him and view his speech to encourage to fight the disease and his legacy. To fight his disease. And his legacy will live through his unforgettable speech and his baseball career. He will go down to one of the best baseball player ever. Next beside his teammate Babe Ruth. That's that's incredible. Yeah. I hope you learn about Lou Gehrig from this speech by me. I'll see you guys later. Bye.